The harmattan winds whispered secrets through the ochre-dusted village of Umuoma, carrying the scent of dry earth and the distant murmur of the Nkisi River. It was the season of storytelling, when families gathered around crackling fires under the vast, star-strewn sky, and the echoes of the past danced with the present. In the heart of Umuoma lived an old man named Okoro, the keeper of the sacred talking drum, Ikemba. Ikemba was no ordinary drum. Carved from the heartwood of an ancient Iroko tree struck by lightning, it was said to possess a spirit of its own. Its skin, stretched taut and weathered by time, hummed with a low, resonant energy. Okoro, with his wrinkled hands and eyes that held the wisdom of generations, was the only one who truly understood Ikemba's language. He could coax from it tales of brave warriors, lamentations of loss, joyous celebrations, and even warnings of impending danger. The magic of Ikemba lay not just in the sounds it produced, but in its ability to connect the people of Umuoma. Its rhythms were the heartbeat of the community, marking births, marriages, harvests, and the solemn passing into the ancestral realm. When Okoro played, the villagers didn't just hear music, they felt the collective memory of their ancestors stirring within them. One year, the harmattan lingered longer than usual, and the rains refused to come. The earth grew parched and cracked, the crops withered, and a pall of worry settled over Umuoma. The elders consulted the diviners, who spoke of a disruption in the balance of nature, a displeasure among the spirits. Fear gnawed at the edges of their daily lives. Desperate, the village chief, summoned Okoro. "Our people are suffering, Okoro," he said, his voice heavy with concern. The diviners speak of a disharmony. Can Ikemba speak to the spirits? Can he tell us what we must do to restore balance? Okoro, his brow furrowed with thought, nodded slowly. "I will listen," he said, his gaze fixed on the silent drum resting on its carved stand. That night, under the watchful eyes of the village, Okoro began to play. His fingers danced across Ikemba's skin, coaxing out a low, mournful rhythm that echoed the parched land. He played for hours, his body swaying gently, his spirit reaching out into the unseen world. The villagers listened intently, their hearts filled with a mixture of hope and trepidation. As the night deepened, the rhythm of Ikemba began to change. It grew more insistent, more urgent, as if pleading with an unseen force. Okoro closed his eyes, his mind filled with images of dry riverbeds and wilting leaves. He felt a deep connection to the suffering of the land, and his playing became a heartfelt lament. Suddenly, the drum emitted a series of sharp, distinct beats, unlike anything the villagers had heard before. It sounded like words, ancient and powerful, resonating in the stillness of the night. Okoro opened his eyes, his gaze distant, as if relaying a message. "The spirits speak of a forgotten promise," he announced, his voice hoarse but clear. "Long ago, our ancestors pledged to honor the sacred grove beyond the Whispering Falls. But in recent years, we have neglected it, allowed it to be disrespected. The spirits are displeased." A murmur rippled through the crowd. The sacred grove was a place of reverence, believed to be the dwelling of powerful spirits. In their struggle for survival during the previous dry season, some villagers had indeed ventured into the grove to gather firewood, a transgression against tradition. The his face etched with remorse, addressed the villagers. "Okoro has spoken the truth. We have been careless. We must atone for our disrespect." The next morning, the entire village, led by the and Okoro carrying Ikemba, made a solemn procession to the sacred grove. They offered prayers and libations, asking for forgiveness. They cleaned the grove, removing any signs of their intrusion, and renewed their pledge to honor its sanctity. Okoro played Ikemba throughout the ceremony, its rhythms now filled with contrition and hope. As the last notes faded into the air, a gentle breeze stirred the leaves of the ancient trees. Dark clouds began to gather in the distance, and a low rumble of thunder echoed across the sky. That evening, the heavens opened, and the life-giving rain poured down upon Umuoma. The parched earth drank deeply, and a collective sigh of relief swept through the village. The crops began to revive, and the Nkisi River swelled with renewed vigor. The magic of the talking drum, Ikemba, had once again saved Umuoma. It had not conjured the rain directly, but it had spoken the language of the spirits, reminding the people of their forgotten responsibilities and guiding them back to harmony with the natural world. From that day forward, the people of Umuoma held the sacred grove in even greater reverence. And the voice of Ikemba, the talking drum, continued to resonate through the generations, a constant reminder of the interconnectedness of all things and the enduring power of tradition and respect. Okoro, the wise keeper, continued to listen to its whispers, ensuring that the echoes of wonder and wisdom were never silenced in the heart of Umuoma. The tale of Ikemba and the forgotten promise became a cherished part of their folklore, a testament to the profound magic that resided within their culture.